Okay, look it.
Okay, look.
Look at the camera. 1, 2, 3, smile.
No,
Come
on. You focus first. Oh.
Hello guys, how are you doing? It's your homeboy Guy. I hope you guys are doing great. I hope you guys are doing fine. Myself, I'm perfectly fine. Maganda Umaga to all the Filipino watcher, or Maganda upon, depending of where you're watching. Hey, I don't know if you guys already visit the zoo here in the Philippines, or if you ever have visited the zoo wherever you are, but you know that one of the things that you want to see when you're visiting a zoo is you want to make sure that the animal that you're seeing doesn't look sad, doesn't look like they are depressing, or they don't look hungry, right? Basically, you want to see healthy animals. And me coming from Africa, especially in the central part of Africa where there is a dense forest, and a little bit up, you can even see a savanna. You can really see a wide range of animals there. And that's one of the reasons why when people think of seeing wild animals, they always think of Africa, travel to Africa, go to Africa, you know, it's like, it's the house of wild animals. But when I was coming to the Philippines, if they told me that I can see a lot of animals too here in the Philippines, exotic animal, all kind of animals that you can find in the dense forest or in savanna, I'll probably say no. Because when you look at the relief and like ecosystem and even the environment, you will say, there are some animals that probably you will never find in the Philippines. But it wasn't that much true, because I went to Avilon Zoo, and actually that was my second time to go there. But before I talk to Avilon Zoo, I went to Manila before, Manila Zoo. There's also one zoo here in Manila. I went to Manila Zoo before, and you know, I was like a bit comfortable in my initial thought that yeah, maybe Africa is really the place where you can see all kind of animals and nowhere else. Because that was 7 years ago. I went to Manila Zoo. It wasn't so terrible. People can agree with me that if you went to Manila Zoo like 7 years ago, there were just like one elephant, I don't know, 1 or 2 other animals. It wasn't so terrible, right? And the animal was a little bit hungry and stuff like that. But the good thing is it was very cheap. It was like 50 pesos back then. It was like 50 pesos. So I went to Manila Zoo, and then I was like, okay, maybe my thought was really true that Africa is the home of all kind of animals. So if you're not in Africa, probably you're missing a lot of stuff. And there was that day where my wife told me, okay, let's visit a zoo, another zoo. Because actually I went to Manila Zoo before I even knew my wife. And I said, okay, that was the last time that I go to the zoo again here. And my wife, when I knew my wife, maybe a couple years after, she told me, let's go to the zoo with the kids. I was like, oh, zoo again? I think I already went to the zoo and it's not so terrible. So why do you want us to go to the zoo? And the zoo that you're asking me to go with you and the kids seems like it's a 2 hour from where you're living. Yes, because Avilon Zoo, it's a 2 hour from Manila. And I dig a little bit again, and I saw that the entrance fee was like 600 pesos, 600 to 800 pesos for adult. I was like, hell no. Everything is clear to give me a sign to not go there, because it's far, it's expensive, and from my experience with the previous zoo, it wasn't so terrible. So definitely it's a bad idea. But she insisted like, no, we should go, we should go, we should go. I said, okay, if you insist, let's go. And that's how we go. We decided to go to Avilon Zoo. It was her first time too. She decided to go to Avilon Zoo with me and all the kids. And you know, I was extremely surprised in the good way. Definitely surprised in the good way, because everything that I have spent for and the time that I have spent to go there was worth it. Everything was worth it, because Avilon Zoo is very, very different from a lot of zoos that you have been, especially here in the Philippines. First of all, because it's the biggest. I think when you look at the zoological institution here in the Philippines, Avilon is by far the biggest. 7.5 hectares. That's a lot. So just to give you an idea of how big it is, to make the tour of that zoo, I'm not even going to say to make the tour, because we never make the tour of the whole zoo. We always walk. At a certain point we decide to just go home, especially that you are with the kids. But to make the tour, you will need at least 2 to 3 hours. You're already in the zoo, just to make the complete tour, you'll do at least 2 to 3 hours. Usually when I go there, maximum 1.3, 1.5 hours, I will say to the kid, okay, we are all tired, let's go. So we barely visit all the animals that you're having there. So this is just to give you an idea of how that zoo is big. It's located in Rizal, Rodriguez, that is in Rizal. And I was saying that it's at like 2 hours from Manila. Maybe that's a little negative point depending on your location. For me, it's not so negative because when I go to that zoo, you also have a chance to visit a little bit to have the view of Rizal. For those who live in Rizal or who already went to Rizal, when you're already in the middle of Rizal, there are sort of relief there that are quite nice to see, like some mountain, you know, the provincial life. It's a bit different from Metro Manila life. So for me, even the ride going there, you enjoy also the ride because the view becomes different at the moment that you're already inside the Rizal. So yeah, Avilon Zoo, it's so cool. And one of the reasons why I find it personally cooler, aside of the fact that I told you before I was a bit skeptical, and then I went there and I find it satisfying, and then I find like, okay, everything that I've spent for was worth it. The main reason why I find Avilon Zoo good is because of the quality of animal. Well, I'm not going to say the quality, but the animals there look very, very healthy. Very, very healthy. I was saying earlier that when you visit the zoo, the first thing that you don't want to see is like animals that are sick, looking a little bit miserable, you know, like they're hungry and stuff like that, not in shape. You don't want to see that. It makes you even feel sad. While you don't go to the zoo to feel sad. So Avilon Zoo is totally different. Animals there look very healthy, very in shape. They are very active, very clean also. Doesn't smell, people are, you know, well, it has a smell of normal animal environment, right? But you can see that people are working to maintain and cleaning the space. And that's very enjoyable for the kids, right? The second thing also, it's you can even feed them. You can feed the animals, and you can feed a lot. There's a lot of different animals there that you can feed. Me and the kids, we feed giraffe, we feed some birds, we feed some hippo, and it's not expensive. I think for between 50 pesos to 100, you can feed a lot of animals there. And that's at the same time you're getting close to them, right? Even with the kids, you can really get close to them. So that's also something that is very good there. And earlier when I was saying that there is really a lot of animals there, I did check on internet, and it says on internet that they have more than 3,000 specimens. And that's not a joke, because when you're walking in that zoo, every single meter that you're doing, every 1 or 2 meters, there is a specific animal that you're going to see that was different from the previous animal that you just saw. So more than 3,000 specimens. The species, I think in the internet say that there's more than 500 species. And again, all these different animals are very in shape, very healthy, very clean. Unfortunately, I could not visit all the animals, and I intentionally refuse to see some other animals because I'm just afraid. Like the first time that I went there, I was able to see all kind of snake there. There is a place there was like, you know, python, all kind of snake that you can imagine. I was able to see them. But the second time that I went there, I refused, because snake for me, it's like no way. Talking about the snake, maybe at the end of the tour or during your tour, there's a lot of animals there that you can, you know, grab and have some picture with, souvenir with. And one of the animals that it's very popular there, it's a yellow python. I think it's a yellow python that everybody's getting. You can put it all over your neck and they will take a picture, maybe with you, with your family. There is also birds. There are different animals there that you can have a picture with. But unfortunately, I did try to play cool while having a photo with the python. I did my best to stay close. My kid was there. I tried to, you know, to get my ego up and, you know, be brave. But I think when you look at the picture, I wasn't brave enough, because when you look at my face, I was very afraid. And I even asked my wife because she insisted for me to really be there. She really insisted. I would not even have been close to that snake at all, because she really knows that one of the things that I scare the most in this world are snakes. And I think it was one of my first time to really touch a snake. Probably one of my first time. And she asked me at first to be on the top, to hold the head of the snake, and they will all be behind, you know, like on the picture like you're seeing. I say hell no. Either you stay on the head, you hold the head, or nobody's taking picture with this animal. And yeah, she was brave enough. Not really brave enough because she already did it one time. I think when we went to Bohol, she also had a picture with the snake. And actually I didn't even participate. She was the only one taking the picture with the kids. And she was always holding the head of the snake. And this time again, she was courageous enough to sit in front and then hold the head of the snake. So yeah, I was able to get close to feel the snake, to touch him, and you were able to all take a picture with the snake just for like 100. Regardless how many you are, just with 100 pesos, I think you guys have 1 or 2 pictures that you can just take all in one. And you can do it with a lot of animals there. But now maybe a few things that you just need to know if you're deciding to go to Avilon Zoo is, or maybe you should be ready for if you're deciding to go to Avilon Zoo, is that the food there, they don't have that much food there. I mean, they have some restaurant, but it's like very limited food, 1 or 2 menu, and that's it, right? So if you're really picky when it's come to food, you better prepare your food and bring your food with you. But I think there is a little fee that you need to pay if ever you're taking your food from outside. But if you need water, they have water there. But you can also bring your bottle of water from outside, which I really recommend you to do, because I think if you need to walk around the whole zoo, it's really tiring. You're going up, you're going down, it's hot, definitely you'll be thirsty. So bring some snack, bring some water. If you can, bring umbrella. If you go with the kids, especially those who are not really able to walk in the long distance, bring a stroller, bring something to push them. The good news is that wherever you're going there, they have prepared a ramp where you can easily go up. Even if someone is on the wheelchair or someone on the stroller, you can easily push him up or bring him down. So there will be a stair, there will also be a ramp where you can, you know, just push the person that you're going to. Now, the entrance fee, I was saying earlier, just 600. They have some promo where you can just go with 3 person, maybe you buy 1,300. And anyway, more you guys are, less you're going to pay. So definitely, if there is an advice also, it's like try to go there as much as possible with a lot of people, and then you're going to pay less. And buy your ticket in the website, because buying the ticket there, definitely you will not take advantage of the promo. The promo usually is when you buy your ticket in advance, because yes, you can pay your ticket in advance, and probably the ticket it will be valid for 1 year. I'm not sure exactly, but you can buy your ticket in advance and just go there. And it will also avoid you to go there and start having to line, right, and do stuff like that. So yeah, this zoo is really, I mean, just to give you a little story, the first time that I went there, I'm not sure if I told you guys, the first time that I went there, I wasn't even okay to go there at all, based on my previous experience with Manila Zoo. And the second time that I went to Avilon Zoo, I was the one asking my wife, hey, let's go to Avilon Zoo. Because I went there, what I saw for the first time, I was amazed, satisfied, and I said, okay, this time I'm really eager to go there with the kids and everybody. And even my wife was a bit surprised. I thought you don't like to go to the zoo. I say no, it's just because the first time my experience was not so great. And talking about the first time and my experience with Manila Zoo, to be extremely fair with them, because I have said something that was 7 years ago. I went to Manila Zoo like 7 to 8 years ago. It wasn't terrible, I have to admit, but it was just 50 pesos. But I went back there also like I think 3 years ago, and I guarantee you it's not the same standard as Avilon Zoo, but definitely it's way much better. They have more animals, they have arranged the place, it's bigger, it's more clean, there is more food now. I mean, well, you don't just go for the food, but I mean there is a lot of things that really make it comfortable for you. If you're trying to ask between Avilon Zoo and Manila, which zoo should I choose, I will definitely say there is no picture. Avilon Zoo could easily be like 10 times better than Manila Zoo, but because Avilon Zoo is the biggest in the whole Philippines, so wherever you are in the Philippines, that's the biggest. Manila Zoo is just something that is in the middle of the city, and you know, they're just trying to accommodate some people that are just living around Metro Manila. You just go there, you have to pay, I think, I'm not sure about the current price, you may have to check. Before I was just paying 50 pesos. Right now I have no idea of what's the current price, but if you go there, you will see some animals because it's close to your place. It's not so expensive, and of course you can imagine that if something is in the heart of the city, do not expect a natural environment as you can expect in Avilon Zoo, which is in Rizal, which is very far from Metro Manila, very far from, you know, the city, the noise and all kind of stuff, right? That's why the environment itself is very natural. When you walk there, you don't see like everything is built with cement. You can really see some natural stuff, some trees that are really natural, some herb, grass that are very natural, and that's perfect for animals. The noise of the city, the building, the construction, the transportation, very far from that. Animals are very happy and peaceful there. So yeah, definitely Avilon Zoo will be the place to go if you are a very fan of wildlife, wild animal. When I went there, I wasn't really expecting to see such stuff like bear, hippo, especially very big and healthy, you know. And surprisingly, tiger. I even saw a tiger there. I was like, wow. And the tiger was very healthy, you know. So I was like, okay, for a country who do not have all these dense forests, a country who do not have all this savanna, and being able to have all these animal, good job. That's the only thing to say, good job. So yeah, that's what I wanted to share with you in this video. I'm giving you also some image. I will leave you with some image. I hope this will probably motivate you to visit Avilon Zoo, especially for those who are really fan of animals, wildlife, you know, natural environment. It's true that at a certain point I see one monkey there. I don't know what exactly his name. I don't know the name of that species. I see one monkey there that was, I'm not gonna say sad, but he was just old. And the fact that he was old and seeing people, you know, changing him, touching him, it made me feel a little bit bad, because I feel like he wasn't really comfortable to be touched and stuff like that. I even took a picture with him, very close to him. But if I had to choose, I'd probably say do not let him out of his maybe cage or his you know, space. So at least people do not have to touch him, people do not have to, you know, mingle with him so close as people was doing. But I guess also the fact that he was very, you know, calm and the face and stuff like that is first of all because that's how it looked. Even if he's young, his face looked a little bit like sad. And he was also quite old, I think. Yeah, more likely when you're getting old, you even want to have less contact, right? I think that's even the moment that he really deserves peace, or she really deserves peace. But anyway, I was guilty because I was also part of people who took a picture with him, but that's the only thing that really made me feel a little bit sad in that zoo. But aside of that, everything was great. If I have to go there again, I will definitely go. Despite the 2-hour transportation, I will definitely go there. That's what I wanted to share with you. I hope this video will really probably push you to want to visit Avilon Zoo. If you're not able to visit Avilon Zoo, you may go to the nearest one in Manila Zoo. This is just, if you're in Metro Manila, it's less than 30 minutes from where you are in Metro Manila. You can just go there, but do not expect to see, you know, special animals or things very, very impressive. But it's still a zoo. It's still something where you can bring kids there and have fun time. So that's what I wanted to share with you. Keep liking, keep sharing, more importantly, keep subscribing. Be Bala.